Hi, I'm Cameron Grochek, and this is my teaching philosophy video. So the first question I'm going to touch base on is describing my views towards teaching. Firstly, I believe that every teacher should be a safe space for all of the students that walk into their classroom. I think it's very important that students feel comfortable in your teaching environment, and that's the best way that they'll be able to learn and truly be themselves. And you can't really learn unless you are going to classes yourself. Second, I think it's important for teachers to be open to criticism from their students. And what I mean by that is just being open and listening to what's working and not working for your students, I think is crucial in being a good teacher. Next, describing my views towards how students learn. I think there's a million ways that you can teach a student. However, the most common ones in my personal experience are visual and hands-on learning. I think both of those are very important, just kind of letting students absorb material through visual aspects as well as getting to do activities that help them learn, I think are just the best ways to do it. Next, describing what I believe about knowledge and what is worth knowing. So as stereotypical as it sounds, I think knowledge is a very powerful thing, and I think as educators, it's really important to get to know your students, just knowing who they are as people, what they like, what they're interested in. It's important for you to seem relatable to your students so that they feel comfortable coming to you with questions, and I think that's very crucial. Next, examples of how to engage students. So kind of going along with how I think they learn, I think connecting things back to real world events that are going on, kind of relating things back to pop culture and things your students may be interested in, kind of knowing their age group, I think is a really interesting way to teach kids. Just being relatable, your kids will listen to you more in my experience. Next, getting students moving around. Kids get antsy sitting at a desk all day, so any way you can kind of get a little bit of energy out of them while still learning will make them more likely to be engaged when sitting and learning, as well as just being fun. When they're enjoying what they're learning, they're more likely to absorb what they're learning. Lastly, how would I assess student learning? Obviously you get to know things by their grades, but a way that I plan on doing things is through exit tickets. Just at the end of class asking, what was the hardest thing that was in today's lesson, and then using that to prepare them for future tests. Before we move on in class, what do I need to remind y'all about? Things like that. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed.